What up, what's poppin'? It's your dog Breeze from Fourth and Goal. Excuse me. What up, what's poppin'? It's your dog Breeze from Fahrenheit 451, part of the Fourth and Goal Network. We're burning the books alive. Joined by my special guest, El Brumo, as we went 3-0 in Nrfi's yesterday, and we went 2-0 in MLB yesterday. Back with my best bets in the MLB and in the NBA. See that backflip? For March 28th. All right, so first up, let's start in the MLB. I'll be taking the Baltimore and the Toronto Nrfi. Charlie Morton 22-8 to the Nrfi. Baltimore Nrfiing in 74% of their games. Last season stats. Gaussman 23-8 to the Nrfi. Toronto Nrfiing in 72% of their games last season. As you know, this is a Seattle Mariners channel, so I'll be taking the Seattles and the A's. Nrfi. Castillo 20-10 to the Nrfi. He is my least favorite Mariners pitcher for Nrfi, if I must be honest. But my favorite one on the board for today, Luis Castillo 20-10 to the Nrfi last season. Mariners Nrfiing in 73% of their games last season. The Athletics Nrfiing in 73% of their games as well. Springs 6-1 to the Nrfi. I got the A's in Seattle at minus 125. It's moved to minus 135, and you can get the Baltimore Nrfi for as low as minus 110, as it is on Bet365, as it is favored to the Nrfi. All right, moving on to the NBA. First up from the Detroit Pistons, Jalen Duren over his 3 assists, minus 135 odds over on DraftKings. 3 and 7 assists in his last 2 out of 3 games. 7 assists in his last 2 out of 3 games without Cade Cunningham. Excuse me. 5 or more potential assists in his last 5 out of 6 games without Cade Cunningham. When he has 5 potential assists or more, he's hitting this line in his last 14 out of 18 games this season. And he's had 3 assists or more in his last 4 out of 5 this season without Cade Cunningham with 1 hook. So first we'll be taking Jalen Duren over his 3 assists, minus 135 over on DraftKings. We're playing everything as is. So something is minus 125, I'm risking 1.2. Something is minus 130, I'm risking 1.3 on all of these bets. All right. Next up, from the Detroit Pistons, Tim Hardaway Jr. under his 1 steal. Tim Hardaway minus 130 odds over on Bet365. Tim Hardaway Jr. under 1 steal in his last 4 games and in his last 4 out of 5 games versus Cleveland, who allows the 2nd least steals to the shooting guard position, and they allow the 9th least steals overall. Next, from the Toronto Raptors, I banned this dude a long time ago, like early in the season, but I think that I banned him because I was betting on the wrong thing. I do like his rebounds today. I was betting on his rebounds earlier in the season. He's not a big rebounder, man. Give him the ball, let him go to work. Jakob Poeltl over his 12.5 points, minus 115 odds over on Bet365. He's had 16 points or more in his last 6 out of 7 games. 20 points in his last game versus Charlotte. 13 field goal attempts or more in his last 3 out of 5 games. And 14 field goal attempts in his last game versus the Raptors. Now, versus the Hornets, excuse me. Now, we all know the Raptors are tanking, and Jakob is going to play around 26 minutes. However, Nina Bina was popping. However, with 26 minutes, he's hitting this line easily. So I absolutely love this play. I think I'm getting a lot of value on this play. This might be the best value play I will play all day in the NBA, unless I take Jalen Duren for 4 assists for maybe like plus money. Last but not least, I'm taking Anthony Edwards over his 29 points. You can get that at like minus 120 odds pretty much across the board. 41, 38, and 29 points in his last 3 out of 5 games. 36, 40, 33, and 44 points in his last 4 out of 5 versus the Phoenix Suns, who allows the 10th most points to the shooting guard position. They also allow the 4th most above the break threes. The 4th most points from the above the break threes spot on the floor, and Anthony Edwards scores 57% of his points from the above the break three. All right. So to recap, We're going to be playing the Baltimore and the Toronto Nrfi, the Athletics and the Mariners Nrfi. Then we're going to be playing Jalen Duren over his 3 assists, Tim Hardaway Jr. under 1 steal, Jakob Poeltl over his 13 points, and Anthony Edwards over his 29 points. Playing everything for 1 unit and a little bit of change, as everything is in a plus 100 play. Like, comment, and subscribe for your daily sports betting videos and analysis. Let's keep burning them. As always, I will see you tomorrow. I may see you a little later on today. If you would like access to all of my plays as soon as I place them for just 16 cents a day, Mondo Bondo, man, I'm about to text you, bro. I was just talking about you this morning. I'm like, dog, I ain't seen my guy Mondo in a minute. I'm about to text you as soon as I get off of here. If you would like access to all of my plays for just 16 cents a day, subscribe to the Patreon. I will link that down below. Love, peace, and fish grease. Let's continue to run up some units. Shout out my dog Mondo, man. Support your friends. I'm gone, man.